I am. 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 I am.
Hey everybody, this is Patrick Webster Small, and right now I'm bringing you the first of many videos that I'm going to make on the subject of my recent discoveries and the findings of my research, which have been incredible to say the least. And I'm going to go ahead in this first video and just walk through some of the pictures that are on my website so I can get everybody to understand what I'm seeing and how I'm seeing this, and grab my book. It's going to be out on December 13th of this year, and it's going to start out as an ebook, and after that I'll be publishing a hard copy. So anyway, let's get to the first picture. This is probably becoming the most famous picture and will go viral at some point. This was taken, I believe, on July 4th of 2014, and this is a very small version of this. But this shows the initial light beam that led me to realize what these beings actually look like and what we're dealing with here. And so I'll try to get a bigger picture of that one going for you. Let's see, let's go ahead and go to this next picture. This picture is just a part of a cloud, and this is your typical kind of offshoot from chemtrails, what we're going to call chemtrails, although I'm really not totally sure that they should be called chemtrails. I'm sure they are some kind of chemical compound of elements that's being dispersed into the air somehow by somebody, and it's happening on a global scale, so we can pretty much rule out that it's just the United States, because there's, you know, countries that are not our allies that this is happening over as well. So anyway, this picture here clearly shows a reptilian face with the long bill, and the eyes, which is typical for the clouds these days, to see a set of almond-shaped, darker inset eyes in the cloud, and also to see dots in the cloud, polka dots, I guess you could call them, which actually translate, when you see them through my camera, to snakeskin. And you can see here there's clear diamond-shaped patterns, snakeskin patterns, and this is the shape, this is the patterns that are on these reptiles. You can see that there's other forms too. There's a reptilian face right there, and you'll always see 1 or 2 or 5 writing on top, which you can see this guy, you know, the guy right here. And so let's go ahead and bounce out of this picture, go check out another one. These guys are keeping me busy. These pictures are from, probably most of them I've pulled out along the way, but this is just like each one of them represents maybe 1% of the pictures I got in that time frame, and that I haven't even had a chance to go through everything at this point. So this picture right here is I have dubbed Star Wars. And if you'll notice that well, there's a lot to say about this. What you really need to do is realize that these are obscured beings that are somehow their character is being imprinted on the sky, and what it looks like is happening, and what through my research what I'm finding is happening is that we are seeing them, the actual beings, through some kind of a blurred lens or something along those lines. So if you just picture the atmosphere as a lens that would blur or obscure things, and throw in chemtrails, which are clearly blurring things, then if you subtract those elements, then these guys would probably be very clear up here, and not look like clouds. They would look like, you know, actually what they are. So you've got right here, you've got an ET looking being right here, and it looks as though he is shooting something out of his. Now this is a chemtrail, but what you have to realize is that this is all happening in conjunction with each other. So these chemtrails are already accounted for before they're even sprayed. They're already accounted for as to who's going to take that over and why that's going to show up right there. This, you got a being right here who looks like he's riding in the front of this cloud. Yes, they do ride on the clouds. You'll notice that as we go along. You're going to see a lot of skull faces. You're going to see a lot of reptilian faces. The main thing though is that you're always going to see a humanoid creature or being. In other words, you're going to see two eyes, a mouth, ear type of things, arms, two legs. From what I've seen, when I could count fingers, that there is 5 fingers, and fingernails and teeth and all that good stuff is all there. So it's looking as though our world is just a mirror of everything that's out there in the galaxy. Basically our animal kingdom is straight out what's out there in the galaxy. So what I'd like you to notice, that inside of this being, it looks like there's another being sitting inside of him who's got 2 eyes, a mouth, and he's kind of, I don't know, crunched up in there. So they as they're multi-dimensional, they can actually be on top of each other, which makes the whole confusion, frustration thing a part of the scenario, so they don't get seen. Have they been the clouds the whole time? Well, the ancients saw them, although I don't remember seeing these spotty clouds when I was growing up. I sure as heck didn't see chemtrails. I didn't notice them until the 2000s, although if I look back in pictures of you know, just random pictures that I have, that there was chemtrails in the 80s. There's definitely lines in the sky. So you've got another guy right here who is behind the telephone pole, which gives you some perspective of how huge this was in the sky and how people were just driving right by it. No, you know, I was really the only person that was looking at it in my scope, and I was in Anaheim by Disneyland, so there you go. But yeah, this guy right here is, his face is right here. He's on this ride with this guy and this guy and this guy, so you can see that there's some different guys going on there. Let's look at another one. Let's see, let's take a look at Horus here. Now Horus is from the Hathor family. Oh, Horus wasn't found. Where is he? Not being able to get to him. Okay, don't know what that's all about, but we'll I'll go ahead and go to this one. So this is one of my famous pictures, and so this was taken one of those days where the sky just looked blurry, wispy, but I could tell something was weird, so I took a bunch of pictures of this, and as you can see, there's a building right here, so that gives you the perspective of, you know, I think I was on a bike trail or something, and so this is just huge. And so after investigating it and researching what the different filters, which I didn't have to filter this a whole lot to get this, as you can see the building still looks normal. Let's see, we've got a being that looks as though the chemtrails turned into some kind of skin or a wrap or a covering that is in the atmosphere, and it actually caught this being. This being looks like it's caught up in a net, and it looks like there's another being behind it that is going to either was, you know, speculation here, either chasing it or catching it or trying to help it out of this net. But you can see the long bill, and you can see eyes, and you can actually even see that there's some kind of a pupil or a black spot there, and there's another eye there. You've got this is some kind of a body, not sure where this is going, but there's definitely a hoof-looking hands coming out, I want to say. So you've got like paws or hoofs right here, and other things that look like there's other legs coming back, and then this creature right here that has fingers and an arm that is going towards and getting ready to touch this guy and do whatever he's going to do with him. So this is an awesome picture. You can see the discoloration of the body here, and straight out proof that there's extraterrestrials that are quite a bit bigger than us in our sky. Okay.
I am